Okay, so for this section, this is Module 4 threads and concurrency. For this project, I was to hold two different contenders to a competition in which they would have some type of action performed for this competition. Um, I also had to utilize a max rest, so amount of time that the two contenders are resting, and I also utilized a water class as well, which was supposed to be like a break during a competition, but it's also to a way to show an actual break within the threads that's being used. So as you can see, I first started with my contender class, which implements runnable, which is needed in order to utilize threads. And then following right after there, I had my variables. So pretty much the string name, so that's going to be the name of the actual contestant. For mine, I decided to do a basketball theme, so it was going to be a 3-point contest. So I have shots made and a shots per turn and a max rest as well for my variables. I also have a max action. So for this project, it has to run for 200 times and then determine a winner as well. And right here, I have my water object, which is going to be passed on later on. And then I used a contender number as well for the two different contenders to be able to satisfy the one contender resting longer than the second contender. I also have my constructor right here, which is used to receive required data. So I have my 5 variables right here: name, shots per turn, max rest, water, and contender number. I also have my getters as well, as you can see. And then I use the action count as well. So this is going to be how many times a certain contender has performed the action. And this is going to be displayed through when I run the terminal as well. And then right here, I have my loop. So it's going to loop until the winner was found or one of the contenders ended up hitting 200 actions. So this was the loop that I had. And then right here is the actual performance of the action. So shots made and shots per turn. And then this is the print statement that it's going to have. So it's going to show their name, and then they perform the action, and then it's going to actually have the number. So it's going to continue to increase as the terminal is actually running. And it's also going to display the amount of the total 3-pointers that they've also made. And then right here is the actual if loop for once to check once the 200 actions have been performed. And then for this section right here is the actual utilization of the different threads. So so for the main portion, I have my shared data across threads right here. So the water aspect. I also created my containers right here. So as you can see, the two names I did was the two people I think are the two greatest shooters. I think I spelled, yeah, I spelled that right. Okay. So yeah, so Steph Curry and Ray Allen. The 3-pointers per turn, the max rest. So Ray Allen is resting for half as much time as Stephen Curry. And then I also gave the water and both of them a contested number as well. So pretty much for this portion, it's just to create and start the thread for each contender. That's pretty much what this portion is. And then each contender is wrapped in a thread so it can run concurrently, which is the reason for this section right here. And then right here is the actual start competition, and then it's going to display this message right here once the competition has begun. And that's pretty much just the main thing for this. And then I have my try and catch methods right here for this portion right here. And then once again, this is going to be a message that's displayed once the competition has come to an end. And lastly, this is the actual water class that I created. So pretty much the break that they're going to be on. So I have my contender name, contender number, and a max rest as well. It's going to print out the contender number, and then it's going to actually have the number for which one, and it's going to state that they start drinking water. And this is going to be displayed once they actually finish the action. And then pretty much right here. This is the sleep portion right here. So the first person, well, the first contender is going to drink the water, which is like I said earlier, it's supposed to represent the actual thread going to sleep up to the max rest time, and then number 2 is supposed to do half of that. And then right here, sleeping here simulates the resting while drinking, which was just mentioned. And then I have my catch method, and then the standard handling in case of there was something within the terminal that did go wrong. So as you can see, it's going to display this message was interrupted. So it's going to show the contender name, and then it's going to say it was interrupted while drinking water. And once the person, the contender is ready to start back again, it's going to say it's done drinking water right here with this statement. So once I actually run this, put this up here, rerun this. Okay. So pretty much it's just going to continue to run all the way down. And I know it's going fast right now, but you can probably see how some of the numbers are in the hundreds now, and it's going to start once one of the contenders actually hits 200. So as you can see right here, Steph Curry ended up hitting the action 200 times, and it calculated how many 3-pointers he made. It also shows that Ray Allen started drinking water right here. And since Steph Curry ended up hitting the 200 actions before, is printing the statement competition is over. Stephen Curry wins with it, and it displays the amount of total 3-pointers that Ray Allen made. Well, Steph Curry made. And then lastly, it says that Ray Allen is done drinking water and the competition has ended. So since this statement right here is being displayed since Steph Curry hit his 200 action items. And just scrolling up, just to give a better idea of some of the things that was displayed during the terminal while it was running. Wish I could. Okay, I can actually scroll faster now. Okay. So pretty much it first started with the competition has begun. Right here, Stephen Curry did action number 1, total 3-pointer 60. So this portion is coming from right here, how I stated first that their values that they was going to start with. So sorry, that's why Steph Curry started with 60 and Ray Allen started with 35. And then once he actually finished the action, then that's when he started taking a break. So he took his break, and then while he was on his break, then that's when Ray Allen was going to go up and then started doing his jump shots. And now it's saying that now Steph Curry is done drinking water since he actually finished. Since it would be his turn to go now, and then he ended up going again. So yeah, and it's kind of random a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much like the whole main idea for it. So you're just going to have your competitor being shown, their contender number, and whether they start drinking water or the contender number, their name, their number, and then how many action numbers that they've completed so far, and the total amount of threes that they completed. So pretty much the whole purpose of this terminal is supposed to just be a representation of an actual competition going on in real life. So that's why it's going to continue to go up in terms of the amount of action items that they did. So it's going to continue to increase as the terminal is running, and it's also going to continue to increase the amount of 3-pointers that that person has made as well. So yeah, this was the end. So this was pretty much the project that I ended up doing, and yeah.